Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please sit.
Thank you, ma'am.
So let's start with the revision class of block 17, which is frictional force. Now, who will tell me what is a frictional force? Yes, Vidyumna.
Frictional force means something that gets interlocked.
Okay, please sit down. Hannah Zoe, can you tell me what are the two factors that affect the frictional force? Huh? Devika? Priyansh?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the two factors that affect the frictional force? That will increase and decrease the frictional force. Chaitanya? Yes, Vikund?
Souls on the sea.
Eh? Yes, Soumya?
The nature of the surface and weight of the surface.
Weight of an object. Weight, nature of the surface of an object and weight of the object. So the frictional force depend on these two factors. One is nature of the surface of the object and the next one is weight of the object. Please sit down. Manaswini. Now what happens when how the surfaces of two objects will be getting interlocked? What will be there on their surfaces? Huh? Lakshmika? Samya, your chance finished, no, Nana. Avantika? Correct. So they'll get interlocked. So what will get interlocked to execute that frictional force? How the surface of the objects will be? Yes, Rayan? So how they get interlocked? What is that one word we have to use? No. Vidiksha? Very good. Irregularities. Very good. Everybody sit down. So, how the frictional force happens? It's because the irregularities of the surface. These irregularities should get interlocked. Then the frictional force starts to execute. Okay. So, can you give an example? Vidiksha? Take an example and tell me how the frictional force acts. What happens when you rub hands? What happens to your hands when you rub your hands? Why? You are giving a correct example. Confidently say the answer. Ganishka? Manasvi, I know you were absent, but can you tell me any answer? Sit down. Yes, Soumya.
Ma'am, because they have frictional force.
Because of the frictional force of two hands and you are rubbing against each other, it starts to get warm up. It gets heated up. Okay, please sit down. So this is lesson number 1. Let's move on to lesson number. Okay, now let's move on to the second lesson, which is more or less friction. Okay, next, Avantika. Can you tell me where the friction will be more?
On the muddy road.
On the
Muddy road.
friction will be more or less? Rayan, can you tell me one example where the friction will be more? Hmm? Where the friction will be more, I am asking you. Yes. Ah? No. We could.
On the rough
On the rough surfaces, the friction will be more. Where it will be less?
smooth.
When the surface is smooth, the friction will be less. Now you tell me on the muddy road, both of you both told me muddy road, no? So tell me on the muddy road, the friction will be more or less? Huh? Less. That's why you will slip in the muddy road. The bikes also, the tires will get stuck in the muddy road because the friction is less over there. Okay, so that is based on the nature of the surfaces. Nature of the surfaces, based on that, the friction will be more when the surface is rough, and the friction will be less when the surface is smooth. Now Manaswini, can you tell me based on the weight of the object? If the weight of the object is heavy, how the friction will be? More or less? If the object is heavy, then it is more or less? More. When the weight is less, the friction will be less. Very good. Please sit down. So this is lesson 2. Let's move on to lesson number 3. Now the third lesson is about whether the friction is harmful or useful. Lakshmika, can you tell me how the friction is harmful, or whether the friction is harmful or useful? Devika?
Harmful and useful.
Both. Can you give one example for harmful? Priyansh,
Yes, ma'am.
can you give one example where the friction is harmful?
Skidding. Falling down.
Okay. So friction is more when... Sit down. Chaitanya, can you tell me where the friction is harmful? Yes, Vidyamna.
Ma'am, they make holes in the shoes.
Holes in the... So because of friction. So what it is causing, what is the one word we use? It is, now you have given an example. So what is that it is causing? Friction is causing to make a hole in the soles of the shoe. What it is called as? You have given a perfect example, but what do we call that? Hanasoy, can you? What do we call that thing is friction is causing? Anybody? Yes, Soumya?
Ma'am, grooves.
No. See, Vidyumna has given us example that friction is harmful because it is making a hole in the shoes. Yes. What is that called? Yes, Devika.
Ma'am, spikes.
You have gone to the next lesson only. Next, Vikund. Yesterday we wrote in the workbook also. Day before yesterday. Yes, Rayan. Huh?
Ma'am, soles.
Nana, you are sticking around the shoes only. Think. The wear and tear of the... We have written in wear and tear. The friction will cause wear and tear for the things. It might be a machinery, please sit down. It might be a machinery or a thing, a using thing, anything it might be. That is the harmful of, please sit down, harmfulness of the friction. And one more, wear and tear is one thing. Can you tell me one more?
Ma'am,
Yes.
maths.
That is useful thing. Harmful. What is the next harmful thing? Yes.
Ma'am, machines.
So to overcome the friction, what should be applied? Yes, Vidyumna.
Ma'am, oil.
That is reducing the friction. To overcome the friction. To, yes.
Ma'am, wheels.
Huh? Huh? No. Children, you are telling me about how to reduce the friction. With okay, I understand. That is fourth lesson. We are still in third lesson only. Please sit down. Think and tell me to overcome. See, I'll give you one more example. Think that there is a bag here which is full of things. So when that object is very heavy, then the friction will be more. So, but you need to drag this to this class to the next class. So, how you will drag it?
Ma'am, more this.
More.
Ma'am, this. Ma'am,
Yeah, what we are using to push it?
attached.
What with hand? What?
Straps. Wheels. Muscular.
Muscular energy. Your muscular energy. That means to overcome that friction, what you are using?
Muscular.
So, in this example, it is muscular energy. Generally, if you say it is energy. Yes. So, to overcome, to complete that task given for us, and frictional force is acting a lot on it, then it is causing wastage of energy.
Yes.
So, that is the second harmful thing which we have to remember. The first one is wear and tear, and the second one is wastage of energy. So those are the two harmful things. Now who will tell me the uses? Yes, Rayan. We can run and walk. Okay. Yes, Ganeshka, please sit down.
We can light a match.
We can light a matchstick. Yes. Yes, Samya.
Vehicles on the road.
Vehicles on the road can move. Yes.
Ma'am, we can walk.
Loudly.
We can walk.
We can walk. Anything else?
We can jog. Ma'am, we can push a car.
We can. That is because of the energy. Okay.
Ma'am, we can rub our hands.
We can rub our hands, especially in the winters. We can make it warm and we can do it. Yes. So these are the different frictions we are using in our day-to-day life, which we say it is useful. Okay. Now the next lesson is about increasing and decreasing the friction. Now you tell me how to increase the friction and how to decrease the friction. Who will tell me? Lakshmika, Chaitanya, Priyansh, Devika. How can you increase the friction? How can you increase the friction, Nana? You did not read? Then what happened? You forgot? Hannah Zoe, how can you increase the friction? Yes, Vidyamna.
I'm oiling and greasing.
Increase the friction, I said. You are telling me about decreasing the friction. Yes, Soumya.
Ma'am, grooving
Yes, grooving.
to reduce with oil and grease the machines.
Greasing, oiling and greasing will reduce the friction, and grooves will be helping us to increase the friction. And also attaching the wheels also decreases the friction. Okay, so thank you children.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please sit down.